Good evening and welcome to the FIFA World Cup 2026. 3 nations hosting, 48 teams competing, one dream. And right now, in the heart of this tournament, the drama is absolutely real. The goals are flying and the beautiful game is delivering everything we ever asked for. I'm your host, and tonight we are breaking down the biggest moments, the biggest performances, and the biggest stories from matchday action across the globe. Buckle up, this is World Cup football at its finest. Let's start in Group H, because Spain just put on a masterclass that people are going to be talking about for a very long time. La Furia Roja faced Saudi Arabia, and what followed was one of the most devastating first-half performances this tournament has seen. Spain scored in the 10th minute, then again in the 21st. Then, and this is where it gets truly extraordinary, a third goal in the 24th minute. 3 goals in 24 minutes of football. Saudi Arabia simply had no answer, none. By the time the halftime whistle blew, the game was already over as a contest. Spain added a 4th goal just 4 minutes into the second half on 49 minutes, and from that point, it was pure damage control for the Green Falcons. The numbers tell the full story of Spain's dominance. 65% possession, 21 total shots, 9 shots on target. Saudi Arabia, by contrast, managed just 3 shots across the entire 90 minutes. 3. One of those was on target. This was not a football match, this was a statement. Lamine Yamal, the teenage sensation, caused havoc all night down the right flank. Pedri controlled the midfield tempo like he was conducting an orchestra. Dani Olmo was a constant threat in the half spaces, and Mikel Oyarzabal led the line with intelligence and movement. Spain are now sitting on 4 points in Group H, and if they continue performing like this, they are going to be nearly impossible to stop in the knockout rounds. The rest of the tournament has been put on notice. Now we move to Group F, and Japan are making this World Cup their own. The Blue Samurai traveled to face Tunisia and delivered a 4-0 demolition that was as emphatic as it was clinical. And Japan wasted absolutely 0 time getting started. 4 minutes, that's all it took. 4 minutes into the match and the ball was in the back of the net. Tunisia barely had time to introduce themselves to the stadium and they were already chasing the game. Japan doubled their lead by the 31st minute, and at 2-0 at the break, Tunisia needed a miracle in the second half. That miracle never came. Japan returned from the dressing room with the same hunger, the same intensity, and added a 3rd goal in the 69th minute. Tunisia were broken, and Japan twisted the knife further in the 83rd minute, sealing a stunning 4-0 victory. Japan had 57% of the ball, 5 shots on target, and kept a clean sheet in commanding fashion. Ritsu Doan and Keito Nakamura were brilliant in transition. Ayase Ueda led the line with relentless pressing. This Japan side is organized, disciplined, fast, and absolutely lethal on the counter. They now sit on 4 points in Group F, level at the top with the Netherlands, and their final group game is going to be a fascinating encounter between 2 in-form sides. Speaking of the Netherlands, we need to go back to their performance against Sweden because 5-1 deserves its own moment of appreciation. The Dutch were extraordinary. They scored in the 5th minute, then again in the 17th, 2 goals inside 17 minutes, and the game was already shifting heavily in their favor. The second half started, and within 2 minutes, the 47th minute, it was 3, then 4 in the 54th. Sweden pulled one back in the 59th through a well-worked move, and for a brief moment there was a flicker of hope. But the Dutch extinguished it completely. In the 89th minute, a 5th goal sealed one of the tournament's most convincing victories so far. Cody Gakpo was unplayable. Brian Brobby bullied defenders all night. Donyell Malen's pace on the right side was a constant nightmare for the Swedish backline, and anchoring it all was Virgil van Dijk, commanding, composed, and utterly dominant at the heart of the Dutch defense. The Netherlands had 52% possession and 7 shots on target. Sweden had 21 total shots, including 10 on target, which shows they were in the fight, but when the Dutch were clinical, they were devastating. Group F is wide open, and with Japan and the Netherlands both on 4 points, the final matchday in this group is going to be electric. Now let's head to Group E, and Germany are back, and they mean business. Die Mannschaft faced Ivory Coast in a match that had absolutely everything: tension, drama, a comeback, and a last-gasp winner. Ivory Coast drew first blood. Amad Diallo, playing with tremendous energy and directness, helped create early pressure, and the Elephants went 1-0 up in the 30th minute. For a moment, the shock was real. Germany, four-time world champions, were behind against an African side playing without fear. But Germany responded. They made a tactical change at halftime, and the impact was immediate. Manuel Neuer, the veteran goalkeeper, marshaled the defense with authority. Jamal Musiala began to find pockets of space. Florian Wirtz started to dictate tempo, and in the 68th minute, Germany equalized, 1-1. The game was alive again. Both sides pressed for the winner. Ivory Coast created moments. Germany had 16 total shots and 8 corners, pushing relentlessly. And then, the 93rd minute, stoppage time. Germany found the net to make it 2-1 and send their fans into absolute delirium. A last-gasp winner. 6 points from 2 games. Germany top Group E, and the tournament is beginning to feel the weight of their quality once again. Over in Group C, Brazil took care of business against Haiti, and it was the Seleção doing what they do, attacking football, flair, and goals. Brazil scored in the 23rd minute through a flowing move that showcased exactly why this squad is feared globally. Then a second in the 36th minute, and right on the stroke of halftime, the 45th minute, a third goal to close out one of the most dominant first halves of the tournament, 3-0 at the break. Vinicius Jr. was electric on the left, causing chaos with his pace and skill. Rafinha was direct and dangerous. Bruno Guimaraes controlled the midfield with supreme confidence. Casemiro provided the defensive foundation. Brazil had 57% possession and looked in complete control throughout. Haiti showed heart. They had 8 shots and never stopped trying, but Brazil were simply on another level. 3-0 the final score, and the Seleção now sit on 4 points in Group C alongside Morocco. And let's not forget that Morocco are quietly building something impressive in this tournament. They defeated Scotland 1-0 in their last match, controlled the game with defensive discipline and clinical attacking moments, and are sitting joint top of Group C with Brazil. The Atlas Lions are organized, hard to beat, and dangerous from set pieces. This is a team that could cause genuine problems for any opponent as the tournament progresses.
Now let's talk about what is coming up, because tonight is not done yet. 2 massive matches are on the horizon, and Group G is the story no one can stop talking about. Here is the situation heading into tonight. Every single team in Group G has 1 point. Belgium, Iran, Egypt, New Zealand, all level, all on 1 point each after match day 1. It is one of the most perfectly balanced groups in World Cup history. Belgium now face Iran in a must-not-lose contest. The Red Devils have the quality, De Bruyne orchestrating, Lukaku leading, but Iran are stubborn, organized, and have nothing to lose. A draw helps no one right now in Group G. Both teams need to attack, both teams need to win. This one could be a classic. And then Uruguay take on Cape Verde in Group H. The Celeste, 2-time world champions with a proud footballing tradition, will look to establish themselves in the group after drawing their opening match. Darwin Núñez, Federico Valverde, Rodrigo Bentancur, Uruguay carry real quality throughout the pitch, but Cape Verde have shown at this tournament they are no pushover. They held their own in match day 1 and will arrive with belief and organization. The World Cup is at that perfect moment. The group stage is heating up. The stakes are rising with every single kick of the ball. Teams that thought they were safe are suddenly looking over their shoulders. Underdogs are dreaming. Giants are proving their worth. And the football has been absolutely breathtaking. Spain with 4 goals in one half. Japan scoring 4 without reply. The Netherlands putting 5 past Sweden. Germany coming back to win in injury time. Brazil doing Brazil things. This is the FIFA World Cup 2026, and we are only in the second round of group games. The knockout rounds are coming. The pressure will intensify. The moments will become bigger. The heroes will emerge. For now, the scoreboard reads exactly as it should at a World Cup. Every group is alive. Every team is fighting, and the greatest football show on earth has only just hit its stride. Stay with us. The best is absolutely still to come.